Aloha, people. I'm back again. This time we are doing the National League Matchday 4 in the overall league, and these are going to be my predictions for this week's round of games. Shall we get started? We shall. Let's do it. And the first game of this round of games is going to be Altrincham. They're at home to Dover Athletic. Dover Athletic. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. They are fighting, and we'll give them that in games. They are fighting, but I think Andy Hesenthal has got a thankless task there. I mean, they've got good players like Ricky Miller at Dover, but they're just not. They're not clicking, and just to get onto zero, they're going to have to win 4 games straight just to get onto zero. I know Andy Hesenthal's side. They will give everything. All his sides do, and I'm sure Andy won't give up until it's absolutely impossible. But with Altrincham having a decent start themselves, I can't see Dover getting many wins this year at all, and it's sort of shown in my prediction for this. It's Altrincham 3, Barnet. Altrincham 3, Dover Athletic 1. There we go. That's for a game coming up. But Altrincham 3, Dover Athletic 1. Sorry for all Dover supporters. I just do not see. I just don't see where your wins are going to come from to get you out of this mess. But believe me, Andy Hesenthal's sides, they fight. So you can guarantee that the lads that are there will give everything they possibly got. Going on to the second game now, we've got Bournemouth, who are 3 for 3 so far, alongside playing Stockport, who, like I said, are one of the pre-season title favourites. Not really had the best of starts for Stockport. Losing in their opening game, and then to Dagenham and Redbridge. Then getting a win over Southend, and then drawing on Tuesday with Grimsby Town 0-0. This is another test to their credentials, especially with Bournemouth, starting off so well with a flyer. Stockport are a good side, but I don't think we saw the best of them on Tuesday night when we were there as Grimsby fans. I don't think we saw the best of Stockport. In fact, we cut them out quite well. Good side, but just a bit stuttery, and it looks like someone was playing for the diving in the Olympics. But for this game, I'm going to go for a draw in this game. I'm going to go for Bournemouth 1, Stockport County 1. I'm sure Stockport fans won't like hearing that, but it just looks to me as like they're missing a little something. I know they've had a lot of players out, but I just think they're missing that something at the minute, that extra bite. Maybe missing Scott Quigley, whether he's back for the weekend. We'll have to wait and see. But Bournemouth, I mean, they are basically showing that they weren't just Tishamanga, and they're finding ways to get results. I think it will be a tight game between these two. I think the 100% record of Bournemouth will go, but I also don't see them losing either. So it's Bournemouth 1, Stockport County 1. Chesterfield are about to play Bromley in game number 3. Chesterfield, again, absolutely on fire, and the man who I've just spoke about in the last game, Kabango Tishamanga, get his name correct, he's started as he means to go on at Chesterfield, and you can see why they signed him and paid so much for him. He's absolutely on fire, and being at home, I just see them so strong at home. I'm actually going to go for this, for a win for Chesterfield. Bromley, though, just before I say that, Bromley, they've always got that threat with Michael Cheek. He's always their main threat, and I'm sure he will continue to be for the remainder of this season. But like I said, because of the home advantage that Chesterfield have got, and the way they're knocking in goals at this moment in time, I'm going to go for Chesterfield to win again. I think they will keep their 100% record going, and I'm going to go Chesterfield. I'm going to go Chesterfield 3, Bromley 1. Then we go on to the fourth game of the weekend. Dagenham and Redbridge. They're hosting Wealdstone. It's just simple for me. Again, Wealdstone are those that are probably going to continue to struggle throughout the season. And I really can't see the Daggers struggling here. I mean, they've got Paul McCallum on absolute fire. They just look, every time they go on the pitch at the minute, they look as though they can win. And I don't see this game being any different. Wealdstone need to try and find a pattern that's going to suit them, because at the minute they look close to possibly being one of the whipping boys. Yeah, they're being competitive in games, but I just don't see them having enough. So because of that, I'm going to go simply for Dagenham and Redbridge 3, Wealdstone 0. The next game is a very, very tight one, I believe. Like I said, a team I've got a real soft spot for, Eastleigh Football Club. They're taking on Kings Lynn. Now, Kings Lynn are surprising a few people so far. They've come in with a couple of surprising results, but is it surprising in this league? Not to me. Kings Lynn, they both bring a couple of surprises, so you cannot underestimate them. Eastleigh just haven't got going yet. I'm sure when they do, I'm sure when they find their footing. But I think again, even though Eastleigh came so close to the playoffs last year, it's showing you that you cannot underestimate this level at all, because they haven't got out the starting blocks yet. And unfortunately, Eastleigh fans, I don't see them doing it tomorrow either. I've actually gone for Eastleigh 0, Kings Lynn 1. Kings Lynn could be a spoiler this year. They could spring surprises every now and then. And I think, would this really be a massive surprise? No. I love Eastleigh to get a result, but I'm just going to edge towards Kings Lynn 1-0. We move on to game number 5 now. And it's my boys, Grimsby Town. They're at home to Barnet. And I've already done a little preview on my channel for that game. If you would like to see that, please go ahead and see that. But I mean, obviously, Grimsby have had a win and a draw, and a creditable draw at Stockport on Tuesday night. They're playing Barnet, who, like I said, we cannot underestimate. And we won't underestimate them by any means, even though they've picked up 1 point from the first three games. I can't see us having too many issues with Barnet. I think we've got more than enough. I know we're missing David Long King because of this game through injury, but I can't see us having many issues against Barnet. So for that reason, I'm going to go for the Mariners, Grimsby Town 2, Barnet 0. We now go on to a bit of a surprise package at the minute. Maidenhead, they're going to be playing Torquay United. Torquay just haven't found their feet yet. They're definitely on a promotion hangover. And the amount of players that they did lose in the summer, you have to kind of expect it. And I just don't think they've fully got to grips yet. I'm sure once Gary Johnson gets his messages across the way that he wants them to, I'm sure they'll find a way to get results. Where they'll be up there, I know I said they would be in my season preview. I don't know where they will be, but I think what they want this year is just a solid season, I think. And Maidenhead, I mean, they lost last time out to Weymouth. A bit of a surprise, losing to Weymouth for a lot of people. But like I said, it shows the point. You know, they were unbeaten up to that point, and they lose to a team you wouldn't expect them to lose to. And that's how this league can be. Never underestimate any opponent. I do see them, though, bouncing back with a win against Torquay. I'm going to go for Maidenhead 2, Torquay United 1. So I think Maidenhead, you know, they've got the right gaffer there with the right mentality. They won't want to be going on runs considering how well they've started. I see them, basically it's just home advantage to me that's given them my vote. Nothing really else. But also after Torquay losing heavily 4-0 to Woking last time out, you know, it's how are Torquay going to respond? We'll have to wait and see. The next game on is Notts County against Aldershot. On paper, you can't really see any other winner but Notts County. But this is a game where, again, if Notts' mentality is slightly off, like I said, it's kind of like a harder game for them to get up for than when they played Wrexham on Bank Holiday Monday, excuse me. I think it's going to be a big challenge for Notts. Tougher than maybe some of their fans believe. You know, Aldershot, I think they've lost the first 3 games. But doing that, like I said, these games are far more dangerous. Like I said about us being nervy against Barnet, I think Notts have got to appreciate Aldershot because they could get found out. I don't think they will, but I also don't think they'll coast this. I've got Notts County to win the game, not by much. I've got Notts County 1, Aldershot Town 0, but I'm sure Notts County supporters won't mind if it's 1-0 or if it's 5 or 6. As long as they get the 3 points, I'm sure Notts will not mind at all. For the next game, though, after that, we've got Solihull Moors up against Weymouth. Now, Solihull have drawn their game so far, their 2 games so far. Weymouth obviously have lost 2 and won 1. Like I said last time out, they beat Maidenhead. Bit of a surprise. But Solihull are doing what I thought they'd do, as in under Neil Ardley, be difficult to beat, a tough nut to crack, and that's pretty much what they're being. You know, Weymouth showing some very good responses on Bank Holiday Monday. I just think Solihull are going to make it too difficult for them. Maybe been a little bit kind to Solihull here. But I've gone for Solihull win. I've gone for Solihull to win 3-0 over Weymouth. Watch Weymouth get prove me wrong entirely. But I just think that Solihull won't make the mistakes Maidenhead made on Bank Holiday. The next game is Southend United against Hollywood FC. Or Deadpool FC as they're being called, against Wrexham. Now Wrexham are coming off, in their mind, disappointing result against Notts County. It's a 1-1 draw, but they feel they dominated. Notts County feel like they dominated. The truth is they both equally dominated each other. It was one of those that either one could have won, and I think the draw was a fair result. They're going in against Southend. Southend probably are starting to realise what the National League is about, because on Bank Holiday Monday they went to Wealdstone and they only got a 0-0 draw. So they haven't had the best of starts in the National League. And to any money that comes down that doesn't know the level, I told you, the National League is not a gimme league. You know, you may have come down and thought, well, we've got Reece Murphy, and by the way, Reece Murphy is a proven goal scorer at this level. But if you don't have the right mentality, and like people have said, and I'll say it on this video, if your mentality is we're a former football league club, you'll get nowhere. Because just ask Wrexham. They've been down here for 17, is it 17 seasons? You know, I mean, you know, and they're a big club at this level, and you know, it's Southend are getting some early lessons on life back in the National League, and I think they'll get another one. And I'm sure some Southend fans won't like me for this, but I've actually gone for Wrexham to win 2-1 at Southend. I just think Wrexham have got too much going forward. I think I don't think Southend's defence is going to be as good as Notts County's. Will they prove me wrong? Well, I'll have to wait and see. But like I said again, my final score for that game is Southend United 1, Wrexham 2. And in the final game of the match week will be the TV game on BT Sport. It's between Yeovil Town and Halifax Town. And Yeovil are in a little bit of turmoil at the minute, I think, with the fan base and that. They seem a bit, you know, they don't seem very confident. Halifax are, you know, a good side, but we'll have to see how it kind of progresses over time. I think Yeovil are going to squeak this one down south. I think we'll want to put on a show in front of the TV cameras, and again, it's down to home advantage for these. I'm going to go for Yeovil Town 2, Halifax Town 1. They are my predictions for the National League. Round number it's 4, isn't it? Of course, Grimsby are on their 3rd game of the season. So they're my predictions. What are yours? What do you think of your team's fixture? If I've read them out, what do you think is going to happen? Give me a list of your results, and we'll see how we go. I'll be back with another one next week where we'll preview Matchday 5. Until then, I will see you guys soon. Like and subscribe to the channel. Comment on it, like it, dislike it, love me, hate me. It's all good. It's all good. We're all good around here. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Subscribe, hit the bell button. Like I said, I will. That will let you know when I do upload more videos, new content. You know, help me out, guys. Help me out. Come on. And I will see you guys very, very soon with the next one.